Well, hello there all you absolutely magnificent people, and welcome back to another episode of An Ecologist Plays, where we talk about nature while playing games. Now we are back in Empire of the Ants, and well, last time we hunted a few fireflies, and I also talked about the conservation of those amazing little critters. Now who knows what we are going to undertake today. Now if you enjoy this game, or if you would like to buy it, please head on over to gamesplanet.com to go and get a nice 14% discount there by using the code Ecologist to get that nice little discount. Alright, so now let's see what have we got. We've got a way out over there, that is a strategy. And we've got lost sisters over here. I guess there we are going to go look for some sisters that got lost. Of course, so let's see what this mission is all about. That is up here. I suspect, no, you know what, a way out is actually the demo mission that we had played before. So yeah, it's exactly the same spot as the previous one was as well. There's another one, flanking. That's a tactical one. Let's head on over to that one, shall we? So we will then do this flanking one up here, and I will do a way out off screen. Because, well, you don't need to see that one again, eh? Alright, so let's talk here to Ant 180613. I smelt a bit of Canian in the air. So, being from a different colony, they could recognize that this is a relative of ours, but this is not the same colony that this one is in. And in some cases, these ants' nests, these different colonies will actually coexist quite nicely. And in other cases, well, there is going to be fierce intraspecific competition, or competition between members of the same species, and in this case then, between different colonies. And it varies between species, so some species like Formica rufa here can actually be very aggressive towards conspecifics or other individuals of the same species but different nests, whereas others, like the Argentine ant, in the cases where they actually form super colonies, well then they are really not aggressive towards other members of the same super colony. Also though, these guys, they also may actually be very, very chilled with members of the same super colony, in cases where they do actually form super colonies. Anyway, let's head on out. We are going to do a battle, it seems. Borders with the termite territories, turning into a battlefield. Go there, help our tired troops, give us a chance to escape the flood. So we are going to be fighting the termites, it seems. And it seems this battle is about resources because, well, even though we as the ant mound over here are evacuating due to the flood, you can see around here, they're still competing with the termites for the same resources, and, well, they want the resources. So I guess let's go fight for Tayukan. So this is our battlefield. Oh, nice. Okay. So we've got, you can see on the right-hand side, that blue territory there, that is actually our territory. The left-hand side on the map, the top part, that is the enemy territory. And then the central part, that is contested. Oh, we can't do anything. Oh, aim at one of its nests. Okay, so let's aim at our nest here. We can see we've got fear pheromone here and chemical library. Okay. I was like, why can't I do anything? Let's grab a power. We are going to get fear pheromones. Okay. We're just doing what the tutorial prompts at the top says. And then we're also going to get traitors. Now, we want to scout. We want to know what on earth is happening on the other side there with the enemy, with the termites. So I guess traitors there allows us the ability to actually see what upgrades have been built at the nests. I guess the chaos is going to commence now. And we've got to defeat the termites. So this is now interspecific competition. Competition between members of different species. I'm just going to run across the water here. I don't really care. Let's see. Let's bring our whole army to the fore. We want to actually take over some of these central nests and then get ready to attack against them there. So currently there are a whole bunch of armies coming along. Yeah, a whole bunch of units. There are some units over there, some enemy units over there, some allied units over there, more enemy units there, more allied units here. Actually, let's all move here. We want to take over this nest. This is actually an allied nest, never mind. Oh dear, there goes a whole bunch of enemy termites there. So what we are doing now is, of course, helping our sisters, our sister colony, to actually take over this area. We've got a whole army there and another whole army over there. I think we need to take over this nest. Let's just grab our vantage point. Don't mind us Dor Beetles, we're just going to check from up here. Yeah, so we have entered combat. Our Dor Beetles here, of course, with a thick carapace, they're able to withstand quite a few blows. So they are the frontline warriors. And our formic acid spraying ants at the back here, even though I initially thought they're also wood ants like we are, these do look like weaver ants. That's their design. It's not... These... Oh, that was an ant legion defeated. Oh dear. You know what we're going to do? We're going to rage against the machine over here. There we go. We can do better. We have defeated them. Let's now head out over here and actually help our sisters because, oh shame, our sisters are doing very poorly indeed. You guys charge at the back there. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to just use shielding spores. And now our units will take less damage. Alrighty, so I think we're doing alright here. We are making headway. We're going to let our Dor Beetles attack the workers over there. And our formic acid spraying ants, our gunners, are going to attack the soldiers over there. And that does seem to be working quite nicely. There were some more gunners coming along here with the knoow termitinae, the knoow or the snouted termites. We're just checking them being annihilated by our Dor Beetles. These are some very, very aggressive coprophagous beetles, eh? At least in the game. In reality, they wouldn't go around attacking everything. Dung beetles really are amazing creatures, though. I will need to talk about them a little bit as well. There is a slight reprieve, so maybe I should talk about dung beetles now. Right, so I have been calling these Dor Beetles dung beetles, but they're not technically exactly dung beetles, although these Dor Beetles actually are coprophagous. They are poop eating, so they do eat dung. At least the larvae do. Oh, this is a rare two-headed one right over here. The larvae will eat dung. Well, let's take over this nest over here, because, well, we can. Now, in the demo level, I did talk a little bit about the Dor Beetles. I did mention that there is a bit of parental care with these Dor Beetles. With the females, when they're ready to reproduce, they will actually dig a tunnel up to 50 centimeters deep, up to half a meter deep into the soil. And they usually dig that directly below a cow pat, like a piece of cow poop or horse dung or something along those lines. And then off that tunnel, they will dig little side tunnels and lay eggs in those tunnels and provide each of those eggs with a little bit of poop so that the developing larvae actually have something to eat. Okay, so it seems we have actually been able to take over another nest, but I don't think we can. Nope, we still can't make anything with it. We can't build any extra troops. We just have to carry on attacking, I guess. Everybody, come over here. Now, these Dor Beetles over here, which would be Geotroopus stercurarius, I believe it is, they are one of those coprophagous Dor Beetles. They're also known as the Dumbledore, which I think is just absolutely cool. So Dumbledore, like, you know, Albus Dumbledore from Harry Potter, Dumbledore actually is an old term for bumblebee, which I find very strange. So Albus Dumbledore literally means the white bumblebee. That is what his name means. But these little guys, they're not bumblebees at all. Instead, they are, you know, beetles. But they can make a sound. Not quite like a bumblebee, but they can make a sound. And they will usually make the sound through stridulation, which is like crickets and stuff, you know, stridulate. They make sounds by rubbing body parts against one another. And in the case for these guys, it seems that they're actually rubbing the hind leg, the top part of the hind leg over there, against the top of the hind leg over there. So they're rubbing the hind legs against one another. And that is actually what then allows them to make the sound. And it is potentially to attract a partner. It may actually be to show signs of aggression. There are various reasons why they may actually be making those sounds. So, yeah, Dor Beetles, they can make sounds. They also appear to be very sensitive to low vibrations. And they can pick those vibrations up with their legs as well. Their tarsi, and I'll show you what part of the legs the tarsi are in a moment, they can pick up sounds. Okay, let's actually attack the nest over here, though we are still apparently locked in combat against whom? Oh, we are already attacking this nest. Okay, and then I'll show you where the tarsi are, or tarsi. It's a part of the legs. Let's just use rage, make everything a little bit quicker. There we go. Okay, so we have taken over this nest. This means that these guys will now be a little bit more chilled. No, apparently not. Apparently we are attacking these termites over here. I wonder whether our health regen will help our comrades over here as well. Our sisters. Yes, it will, it seems. There we go. Helping our sisters. A little bit, at least. I'm going to be using shielding spore on everybody, though. Although those workers of our sister colony, I think they're pretty much defeated. Well, we can heal them, so maybe they survive this encounter. We're really doing a great job, I think, keeping everyone alive, at least on this side of the battlefield. We have... Oh, that was it. Oh my word, that was it. I thought we still had more nests to actually take over, but we took over the last one. Maybe I can redo this mission to show you the tarsi of the Dor Beetles. That went way too quick. That did go way too quick. Okay, it seems I can't actually go back. So let's have a look at one of our ants here, because your ants also have the tarsi. So let's have a look at one of the ants just standing still. Okay, there is this one over here. I just realized I've been talking nonsense. It's not on the tarsi of the beetles that they can actually sense vibration. It's on the tibia. The tarsi are actually like the feet or the toes of the ant. The tibia is this last straight section just before you head into those tarsi, into those toes or the feet part of the ant's legs or insect's legs. So that tibia section there, that is where the Dor Beetles actually have a few hairs. And what they will have are what we call spurs. Basically, like roosters will have a spur on the hind legs as well. So it's basically just a sharp projection from the tibia in this case. So a little spike that they have on their tibia, and that then most likely would be in contact with the ground, allowing them to pick up low vibrations and allowing them to pick up sounds. But the beetles there, the Dor Beetles, do stridulate, most likely to actually communicate with one another, to show that they're angry. And I've actually got a video of Rhino Beetles also stridulating. And in the case of the Rhino Beetles, what actually happens is they rub one part of the elytron, the hard outer wing cover, they rub that against a plectrum. A plectrum, like you use to play guitar, it's basically rubbed against up against another body part. In this case, the plectrum is on the 7th tergite or section of the abdomen, of the backside of the beetle, and then they rub that outer wing cover against that, and that creates a sound. And that sound sounds like this. It was absolutely strange to hear them, but this one was extremely upset about the fact that I had caught him and picked him up, and he was just making a hell of a racket. Now, this episode is too short to, conclude, so let's quickly do Lost Sisters. Let's go look for the sisters that most likely were lost in the flood, because, well, I was going to talk a bit more about the Dor Beetles, but, well, we couldn't really talk about them because we won. So I'll talk about the Dor Beetles again a bit in another episode. For now, though, let's see. The water is rising. Some sisters are still missing, so some of the soldiers and workers and so are missing. Find as many as possible. Hurry. Alright, I will definitely do so, thank you. So this is a bit more of an exploration mission again. We're not in actual combat. We are just going to go look for some of our missing sisters. And I know some people find these missions very, very frustrating. You've got to kind of look where they are. You can see there are 998 heads. That way you'll find an ant. 395 heads. That way you'll find one. 762 heads. 1,466 heads that direction. You kind of look at where they are. This one is the closest. That's where we are heading. We are exploring in that direction. So the idea is, I believe, that we are picking up scent of our sisters. Oh, hello. Here's one right over here. Let's actually send this one to the nest. I think that was the one that we had smelled, was it? Was that 300 almost? That was, I believe, 400 heads already. So let's head in that direction. I find it interesting that instead of inches or meters, we are using heads as a measurement unit. Now, not to say that ants can't actually use some kind of measurement units. I mean, some of their relatives, like bees, for example, are very good at determining distance and actually communicating with their nest mates. Listen, so far in that direction, you will find nice flowers. So definitely possible to communicate. But I'm not sure whether ants can. Oh, that was the water. But I would also at the same time not be surprised if ants do have some kind of measurement. Oh, we are very close now. Now we need to see. Oh, here we go. Right here. Almost went the wrong direction. So once you get close, you get that 3 bars actually shown. There's another one that way, 450 heads. I do find it interesting, the possibility at least, that ants do have a measurement of distance. Okay, we are getting closer. You can see there, it fills up that bar. That's 2. Maybe there'll be a 3rd one. Hopefully I'm close. Let's go have a look up on the branch here. Because if I were an ant trying to get away from the flood, I jolly well would head up a branch to the highest point I could find. No, it does not appear to be the case.
Much later.
Is she on the rock here? No. This is, it can be very frustrating, I'll be honest, these missions. If only I could see her a little bit more clearly when we are here. Instead, we kind of have to triangulate where she is by heading in different directions. Oh, here she is! You naughty camouflaged ant. Sheesh. Okay, so that's 3 saved already. Let's see, where's another one? Closest is over here, 848 heads. Probably on one of those leaves down there. Not going to be an easy one to do. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm probably going to die now. Yeah, I'm probably dead. Yeah, there we go. I died. Of course. As mentioned though previously, the ants technically should be able to walk on water. They are able to spread their body weight out over the water as well without breaking the surface tension. However, that would affect gameplay in the game here. So it's less accurate, the game then. But to actually provide a challenge, or to make water a challenge for us, we can't actually walk on the water. We do break the surface tension. Now, interesting, even though we technically wouldn't really break the water surface, water is still a great danger for ants. A water droplet in particular can be extremely dangerous for an ant. If you are this size, water, the cohesion between water molecules is very strong. And so what happens is if you are a little ant, and there's, let's say, a big droplet over here, and you actually stick your head into that water droplet, it will suck you into that droplet, and you will drown. And that's not nice at all. So, yeah, even though water, we would be able to walk on the water surface here, a single water droplet on the leaf here. One worker has disappeared under the water. But I think it was actually the one we were heading to that disappeared. Shame. A single water droplet would be very dangerous for us. So we are just going to, I guess, head on over to the one that we, or to one that we can still access. I don't think we can access that one, to be honest. So I guess we have to head to one that's over there. Okay, we should be quite close. There should be one around here somewhere, I guess. Maybe down here, close to the water. If that is indeed the case, well, then she's in danger. And I'm just spinning her right around. Aha, she's very close. There she is. Okay, please go back to the nest. Thank you. Another one did disappear under the water. I don't know why they're not heading to higher ground though. They paralyzed, I guess, by fear of... There we go. I think I see her. There she is. Paralyzed by fear. Not sure where to go with the pheromone trail of how to get back to the nest. That's gone. Now they are lost. And they need help getting back to the nest. Okay, that one is closest. Let's head on over to that. It's quite fun running around in the undergrowth like this though, I'll be honest. But I do wish I could actually speak a little bit more about the Dor Beetles. I must remember, next time we actually encounter Dor Beetles, I need to immediately start talking a little bit more about them before we accidentally finish the mission. Okay, we should be quite close. I think it is right up here, most likely. No, it's right down there. Hello there. I see you. There is one over there somewhere as well. Only have to save that one more. These missions do provide a nice variety, that's for sure. But it is sometimes a bit of a hassle, or it's trouble. It's difficult to sometimes find your aphids or your sisters that you need to find. And in all honesty, ants would not spend all the resources actually sending ants to go look for a few lost sisters, a few that will drown in the flood now. It is much cheaper to produce new eggs and new larvae, let them pupate, let them go through their life stages, rather than, you know, save one ant that was so stupid they did not realize they should run away from the water. Okay, there the one is right on this mushroom. Actually, speaking of the mushroom, I do want to quickly check the underside of the mushroom, yeah. Because we can. I mean, we can explore the underside and... Oh, it's one of the pore mushrooms. It's one of the polypore. So this is what we call a bracket fungus. This is not like a mushroom you're going to eat. Some bracket fungi, yes, you can eat, like the chicken of the woods. This is not chicken of the woods, though. And instead of releasing its spores from gills, they actually release their spores from pores on the underside here. So little pits in there. That's where they are producing the spores. That's from where it will go. And the spores of this fungus over here will now disperse, blow all over the place, hopefully end up somewhere on another rotten piece of log, or an old piece of log, dead branch like that one over there. It will then go in, it will start forming its mycelial network, its fungal threads. Those fungal threads, thin little white threads, that will extend throughout this dead log over here. And then when it is time for it to fruit, it produces a dense cluster of hyphae, which will then swell up and form this fruiting body that bursts through the bark of the tree. And voila, we have this polypore fungus, this bracket fungus right over here, which is, I think, quite cool. Alright, nonetheless, we have found our sister. Now that we have technically laid down a pheromone trail to where the ant nest is, where our colony is, she can actually go back to the nest. And that also means that, well, we are victorious. And that was quite cool. Oh, I should have talked about the wood sorrel as well over there. You know what? Next time we see them, I will talk a little bit more about the plants we also encounter because, well, wood sorrel are quite cool. Yeah, even though this is a bit of a shorter episode, this is where we will be calling it today, everybody. I'm going to do that mission over there, A Way Out, because that is one of the demo missions we already played. I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to do that one off screen. You can watch the demo missions when I did it. It is in the playlist as well. I think the first episodes of this playthrough actually are those demo missions. But then on Friday, I will be back again in Towers of Agaspa, which is a newly released survival crafting game. Really fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. And I can't wait to actually go a little bit further in that playthrough. So if you enjoyed the video, please do give us a nice like over there. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe. Always great to welcome more people to the Ecology Squad. And then also, if you have questions about anything you have seen or anything you're wondering about in nature, doesn't even have to be anything we have done in the episode here, please leave a comment below. You're also welcome to come and ask that on the Discord channel, which I will also have the link for down below. And until next time then, everybody, stay safe. I'll see you all soon. Bye.